Hello and welcome to episode 106 of Raw and Score Trivia, the game show you can be a contestant in without the risk of an on-air wardrobe malfunction. I am the Quizzard, and a true fact about me is I legitimately have face blindness. As part of my job, I visit different schools, and I was at a new school one day signing in at the front office. I was having a lovely chat with the girl working at the office for like 5 minutes, and she asks, "So how have you been lately?" I was like, "Oh man, sorry, I don't recognize you, I'm really bad at that." And then, now this is true, turns out the girl I was talking to for 5 minutes and didn't recognize was my ex-girlfriend that I literally lived with for over 2 years. Not even that long ago. Didn't even come close to recognizing her. To be fair, she changed her hair. Yeah, as you can imagine, that went down really well, and I've been cringing about it at like 3 a.m. every night since. I can never introduce myself to anyone because there's a big chance they're like my mum or something. We are scoring out of 35 total points with 20 single point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is I'm a Poet and I Didn't Even Know It. This game's really simple. I'm going to give you a word, and all you need to do is listen out for an answer that rhymes with that word in the question round. If you find it, you get 5 points. The word we're rhyming with today is the word spleen, as in ouch my spleen. So remember to listen for an answer that rhymes with the word spleen for 5 points in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. Scarlet is a shade of which primary colour? Red. Question 2. In which country would you find Karnak Temple and Abu Simbel? Egypt. I know you're sick of hearing about my honeymoon, but I went to both of these places and they were absolutely insane. Security guards would also let you do literally anything for the equivalent of like $1 Australian. Question 3. Mongolia borders which two countries? China and Russia. Question 4. Which band had hits with Paradise, Yellow and Fix You? Coldplay. Now that I think about it, what does the name Coldplay even mean? Coldplay. Am I dumb for not knowing what that means? Question 5. Which popular virtual band was co-founded in 1998 by Damon Albarn, the lead singer of Blur? The Gorillaz. Man, I want to go to one of their shows where they project themselves on stage. It looks so fun. Question 6. What is the best-selling perfume of all time? Chanel No. 5, which also happens to be the only perfume I can actually name. Well, I guess there's probably Chanel No. 4 and Chanel No. 3 and so on. Was there a number 6, or did they just go, "Yep, nailed it, job done"? Question 7. In a deck of cards, how many number cards in total are there? Not including aces, of course. So 2 through 10 is 9 cards, 4 of each suit is 36, so there's 36 number cards in a deck of cards. Question 8, on which continent would you find tigers in the wild? Asia. It feels a bit like the answer should be Africa, right? Nope, only Asia. Question 9. If I ran a marathon at 8:30 and it took me exactly 360 minutes, what time would I cross the finish line? $2.30. Oh, 2:30. Better go to the dentist. Question 10. Which country hosted the 1992 Olympic Games? Spain. It was in Barcelona. This is something I often think about. What do you reckon would be the easiest Olympic sport to start training in every day to give yourself a chance of being a medalist? Discuss. I reckon shooting? Surely training every day for 12 months would at least get me good enough to compete in the Olympics. I reckon I'd have a medal. Question 11. Which iconic 90s virtual pet was released in November 1996? Tamagotchi. I still vividly remember leaving mine in the care of my mother when I was like 6 and coming back to it dead. I've never forgiven her. Question 12. The Coriolis effect is commonly thought to have what effect on toilets? It's thought to affect the direction the toilet water spins in different hemispheres, but it's totally not true, which my 8-year-old self would have absolutely been shook to find out. Can't believe The Simpsons led me astray. Question 13. On a standard Nintendo 64 controller, what colour is the B button? B for Bravo. It is green. And that is our poet and I didn't know it answer for the day. Green does rhyme with spleen. Give yourself 5 points if you picked up on that. Question 14. The No Kings protests are mainly protesting which figure? Donald Trump, but I bet it hurts King Charles' feelings too. Question 15. Which movie series features an evil VHS tape that kills its viewers in 7 days? The Ring. Question 16. What is unique about the player character in the 2022 video game Stray? The player character is a cat. I've never played it, but I hope the final boss is your own reflection in a mirror. Question 17. What is the national animal of Saudi Arabia? The camel, which makes sense. Question 18. In which sport would you come across fletchings, knocks, and arm guards? Archery, another Olympic sport I reckon I could have a medal in under 5 years. Question 19. What does the word epitome mean? Epitome. An epitome is a person or thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type. Like how I'm the epitome of chiseled good looks. It can also mean an abstract or summary of a written work, so if you said that, give yourself the point. Finally, question 20. What word can mean both a season of the year and a coiled piece of metal? Spring. Okay, that's it for the questions. Did you pick up the poet and didn't know it answer? Don't forget to add your 5 points if you did. Spleen and green, they rhyme. I gotta tell you, reading through that question round, I got easy vibes. I know I write all these and I should try and have them the same difficulty each time, which I do. But yeah, no, that one felt easy. I'm feeling a record break for a couple of teams today. Coming up in a moment, we have the unbelievably stupidly hard question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Guesstimator. See you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for the question my sleep paralysis demon gives me every week while I'm stuck and can't move. The really hard trivia question. I've got a really hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. Russia is the largest country in the world by land area. What country is the 8th largest? So, 8th largest country by land area. If you currently have a globe in your hand, you are allowed to look at it. For everyone else, you're not allowed to look at a map. Ten more seconds to work that out. 8th largest country by land area. All right, that's the time I'm going to give you. The list goes Russia in number 1, then Canada, China, the USA, Brazil, Australia, India, then number 8 is surprisingly Argentina. I don't know why that surprises me so much, because looking at a map of the world, I can see Argentina is actually pretty big. But for some reason in my head, it's nowhere near the 8th largest. It is, though. Give yourself 5 points if you are better at geography than I am. And we will move straight along to the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Guesstimator. In this round, I'm going to ask you 5 questions with a numerical answer. You don't need to know the exact answer. Your job is to have your best guess. If you're within 20% either side of the answer, you get a point. I know I was saying earlier that this could be a high score record, but this is historically the lowest scoring game in the podcast, so we could be about to even it out. Who knows? Maybe they're easy ones. Guesstimator, starting now. Question 1. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, what is the largest amount of children one woman has given birth to? Not at one time, across their whole lives. The answer there is 69 children, including 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Is that not the most wild thing you've ever heard? Between 55 and 84 gets you the point here. Question 2. In grams or ounces to 1 decimal place, what is the average weight of a regulation tennis ball? A regulation tennis ball weighs 57.5 grams or 2 ounces. Between 46 and 69 grams or 1.4 and 2.6 ounces gets you the point. Number 3. As of March 2026, what is the fastest time to solve a Rubik's Cube? So the world record of solving a Rubik's Cube. It is 2.76 seconds. Between 2.2 and 3.31 seconds gets you the point. I think it would take me that long if there were 2 moves to make and I knew what the moves were before I even started. Question 4. How many pages are there in the original print of the picture book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar? How many pages? There are 22 pages. Between 18 and 26 gets you a point here. I remember absolutely frothing The Very Hungry Caterpillar in kindergarten. I would read it like every day. Like, it's nice, but every day? Surely by the 50th read I would go, yeah, I get it, he's going to turn into a butterfly. Oh, spoiler alert. Question 5, last question. In minutes and seconds, how long is the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? It is 5 minutes and 55 seconds long. So between 4 minutes and 44 seconds and 7 minutes 6 seconds gets you the final point of the round. It actually took me about 5 minutes and 55 seconds to work out how to do percentages with minutes and seconds when I was writing this episode. It's so confusing. I hope I got it right. Very real chance that I didn't. That felt like not the hardest guesstimator. I know it's always really hard, but that one felt doable. I'm sticking by it. I reckon there's at least one record break this week, one PB. Add what you got in that round, add it to your score, and that's it for the questions this episode. Now, I've been seeing lots of listeners pop up in different countries the last couple of weeks. You guys need to send in your score. Just send in one. It's nice to be like, oh, Jacques from France got a 22. So if you've been sitting there thinking, oh, I want to send him a score, but I can't be bothered, now's your push. Do it. Send me a score. And funnily enough, after my nag about sending you scores, I'm actually away this weekend and have recorded this one in advance. So this week's scores are going in next episode. And as always, when I don't read out the scores, you get a little treat. I'm going to do my best at an impression, and generally they're not very good. Putting my dignity on the line here to repay you for not reading your answers, which most of you don't send in. I don't remember if I've done this one before, but I'm doing it. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper! It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, rate the Rowan Scott Trivia Podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or I will crush you with my massive biceps. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. You must listen to what I say. And also send in your scores to the Quizzard, or he will know because he is all powerful. That's how he got me to do this voiceover. I'm Arnold.
Yeah, I reckon that's my worst yet. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next week with another episode. Bye-bye.